Hey guys, my name is Sarah and welcome to this yoga video. Today's class is going to be a full-length Vinyasa flow. We're going to be working on the outer hips and a little bit of the glutes. It's a stronger class, so I do recommend this class for students who have a bit more of an established practice, or if you're new to the practice but are willing to take a challenge, then feel free to also flow along. If you are looking for something a little bit more easier or slowed down, I'll leave a playlist here for you so that you can check some other videos out as well. Now, with that said, we won't need any props today, but if you have a preference for them, I always recommend that you grab them because it's better to have the support there just in case. Now, with that said, when you're ready, we're going to begin on our mat, so grab all your stuff and we can start. So when you're ready, just begin on the mat in a comfortable seat. I'm sitting cross-legged, but you might have a preference to sit back onto your heels if that feels comfortable, or elevate your hips up with any props like a block or a bolster. When you begin to arrive, just take some time to come into your body. Just slowly begin to close your eyes down. Feel a nice long line of energy move from your pelvic floor, drawing all the way up towards the crown of your head. Gently roll your shoulders down and back. Take some time just to check in with your face, your neck, and your jaw, and just see if you can allow everything to be nice and soft. As you encourage your body to become heavier and softer, just gently bring your awareness just to the natural rhythm of your breath. Really tuning into the sensations of the breath as it draws in through your nose, moves down through your throat, and expands the lowest part of your belly. And then remain aware of the breath as it moves from the belly, draws up through the chest, and then gently releases out through your nose. See if you can just notice the smallest little sensations and really lean into what it feels like just to breathe. Now, as you remain connected to your breath, I'd like to share with you our theme for this practice. So our theme is going to be in regards to the concept of surrender. So I'm going to share a quote with you that I really like, that's going to help us understand this concept a little bit better. And then we're going to work with a few questions just to help us delve a little bit deeper into our own relationship with surrender. As I speak, just remain in tune with the sound of my voice, just listening to the words that I say. Keep your awareness on your breath and just allow your breath to guide you into softness and into stillness. So our quote is by Eckhart Tolle, and it reads, "Don't look for peace, don't look for any other state than the one you are in now. Otherwise, you will set up inner conflict and unconscious resistance. The moment you completely accept your non-peace becomes transmuted into peace. Anything you accept fully will get you there, will take you into peace. This is the miracle of surrender." So what this basically says is, for us to be able to understand surrender, we need to understand where we are in the current moment and understand our relationship to the current moment, whether we're choosing to accept or deny our experience. So we're going to build on that just a little bit more with a few questions. So as I ask you these questions, just allow whatever is within to come forth. You might notice there's a really clear answer, or maybe you won't notice anything at all. Just know that there's no right or wrong. I really like to move through these question prompts, just a way to explore our inner knowing, our inner intuition, just to see if we can receive a little bit of guidance. So I just want you to take some time now, remaining connected to the breath, And see if you can just ask yourself, how do I feel right now? Honestly and truthfully, how do I feel right now? Can you acknowledge and honor the current state of your emotions? Can you choose to acknowledge and honor the current state of your emotions? And lastly, can you surrender and release any resistance you might have to allow space for new energy to flow? Can you surrender and release any resistance you might have to allow space for new energy to flow? Once again, just simply notice any answers that may or may not arise. And then with surrender as our intention, just begin to take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Allow your chest to expand, pull the breath up, and then open your mouth and gently release. Let's do another breath like that. So pull in nice and slow through the nose. Feel your low belly expand, your midsection, and pull the breath all the way up towards your collarbones. Feel a slight contraction of the breath as you hold. And then just open your mouth and sigh to release. And if you haven't already, you can slowly begin to open your eyes. Bring some gentle movement back into your body. Just take some time, once again, just to feel the body. Just notice where you are in this moment, knowing that there's never any right or wrong way to feel. We just want to be able to honor ourselves fully for how we are in each moment. So with that said, we'll begin to move. So just begin to make your way onto your hands and your knees. So as you arrive onto your hands and your knees, we're going to take a few rounds of our spinal waves just to warm up through the spine. So begin to walk your hands forward and wider than your shoulders to create space so you can bring your belly down onto the mat, and then start to tuck your toes. Begin to sink your belly down towards the mat, take your heart and your eye gaze forward, and just keep a nice curve through your spine. Now with this shape, begin to draw yourself all the way back towards your heels. And then when you arrive, drop the crown of your head down towards the mat. So almost like we're coming into a child's pose, but it's a little bit more active. Now from here, as you take your next breath, push down into your hands and your knees, puff the back of your heart up towards the ceiling. Begin to shift your weight forward and then slowly allow yourself to come down onto your belly. When you arrive, your hands should be by your chest. If they're not there, place them there and then untuck your toes. Firm through the tops of your feet, squeeze your inner thighs in and then pull your elbows in towards one another. Then keep all of that and then gently inhale up into a low cobra. As you exhale, slowly release. Tuck your toes, push into your hands, glide yourself all the way back towards your heels. Keep that nice curve through your spine until you arrive, and then drop the crown of your head down. Take your next inhale, keep your chin tucked, puff the back of your heart up towards the ceiling, shift your weight forward, and slowly unfurrow down onto your belly. When you arrive, untuck your toes, firm through your legs, wrap your elbows in, and then inhale up into your low cobra. Exhale to release. Tuck the toes, slow motion, glide all the way back towards your heels. Once again, find that curve, and then when you arrive, drop the crown of your head down. Last one, inhale, puff the back of your heart up, shift your weight forward. Allow your hip bones, your belly, and your chest to lower down onto the mat. Untuck your toes, firm through the legs, wrap the elbows in, and then inhale up into your low cobra. Exhale, gently release. Tuck the toes, and then just glide back towards your tabletop. Allow yourself to come back into a neutral spine, and then just take a cycle of breath in, and then a cycle of breath out. This time you're going to untuck your toes. We're going to move through a few rounds of our modified chaturanga push-ups. So hands will come forward and wider once again than our shoulders, so we have space to come down onto the mat. This time you'll begin to shift your shoulders so that they stack over your wrists. You want to think about creating a diagonal from your shoulders all the way down towards your knees. Push your hands into the earth, push the back of your heart up towards the ceiling, and then take your eye gaze between your thumbs. Then as you exhale, bend your elbows, wrap your elbows close to the torso and lower all the way down onto the mat. When you arrive, firm through the thighs and then inhale up into your low cobra. Exhale to release. As you inhale, lift your chest off of the mat, straighten your arms and come back into your starting position. And then as you exhale, lower once again back down onto the mat. Inhale, peel up into your low cobra. Exhale to release. Inhale, push straight up. Exhale, lower back down onto the mat. Keep the legs strong. Inhale up into your low cobra. Exhale to release. Inhale, push straight up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale to release. Inhale, push straight up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, peel up, low cobra. Exhale to release. Inhale, push straight up. Last one. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale to release. Inhale, push straight up. And then exhale, glide back towards your child's pose. Your toes are untucked. Draw your sit bones towards your heels and drop the crown of your head down. Just take some time to come into your breath. Nice steady breath in. Nice steady breath out. Take some time just to feel, just to check in with any energy or heat that might have started to move through your body. And once again, we'll take a cleansing cycle of breath. So slow breath in through the nose, slow breath out through the mouth. Now from here, we'll begin to make our way towards our first downward facing dog. So begin to tuck your toes, draw your sit bones up. Take some time just to arrive. So if you feel tight through the back of the legs, you can pedal through the feet. Take some time just to check in with your foundation. So fingertips are pointing forward, gripping down into the mat with all 10 fingertips. Hands push down, forward, and also magnetize towards one another. Take time just to check in with your spine. If you feel that you're curving slightly forward towards the top of the mat, bring a little bend to your knees. Begin to push your chest back towards your big toes. Feel your ears either side of your triceps, and then reach energy from the crown of your head towards the space between your thumbs. Feel the activation of your whole body in the shape. And then take a big breath in. And then a slow breath out. Now from here, you'll begin to float your right leg high into the air. You'll come high into the ball of the left foot. You'll draw your right knee towards your forehead, and then to the best of your ability, you'll step your foot between your thumbs at the top of the mat. Lower your back knee down, and then inhale to rise up towards your low lunge. Just take some time just to arrive here, come into the breath. And then as you take your next breath, bring your right hand onto your front knee, and then begin to rotate your right arm towards the back of the mat. So left arm, towards the front knee, right arm towards the back of the mat. I want you to pull on the knee to initiate your twist, and maybe take your eye gaze towards your right thumb. Find a nice, steady, even breath. And then inhale, sweep your arms through center. Take your eye gaze up. And as you exhale, plant your fingertips at the top of the mat. Tuck your back toes and pick up your back knee. Take a cycle of breath here. Then step your back foot forward to come into your forward fold. Feet are either together or hip distance, whatever feels best. Drop the crown of your head down to lengthen through your spine. Take some time just to feel into the back of the legs. As you take your next breath, begin to bring your hands onto your shins. Reach the crown of your head forward, draw your tailbone back, coming into a flat back. And then exhale to fold over the legs. As you inhale, slowly bend the knees, begin to rise all the way up, take your arms up. And then as you exhale, bring your hands towards your heart. Take a slow breath in, and then a slow breath out. Then from here, as you inhale, sweep your arms up. You're going to interlace all of your fingers except for your pointer finger, and you're going to come into your Kali Mudra. Extend energy out through the fingertips, and then begin to lean towards the right, drawing the left hip towards the left side. Slowly come through center. Begin to lean yourself over towards the left side. Slowly come back through center. Inhale, puff your heart up, take your eye gaze up. And then as you exhale, come back towards your forward fold. Drop the crown of your head down, release your fingers down. As you inhale, bring your hands onto your shins, reach the crown of your head forward, draw your tailbone back. And as you exhale, fold. From here, plant your hands and then step back towards your down dog. As you arrive in your down dog, take a cycle of breath in and then a cycle of breath out. So when you arrive in your downward facing dog, there's always options here. So I like to give my students the option to stay in downward facing dog if this feels good, if this is a good resting place for you. Or if you would like, you can bring the knees down and shift back towards a child's pose if you feel that you just need to slow things down just a little bit more. Or the option here is now to move through your vinyasa flow. So transitioning from our down dog to our plank to our chaturanga to our up dog. I'm going to move through the sequence. I'm going to give you the option to follow me if you'd like, but once again, just choose what suits you, supports your practice and your intention as to why you show up on the mat. So if you're ready, come with me if you'd like. Inhale, rise high onto the balls of your feet. Shift your weight forward into your high plank. Take a cycle of breath here. I'm going to lower my knees down, begin to move through my modified chaturanga onto the mat. You can come into a low cobra if you prefer. Come into your up dog. Peel your heart up. Exhale to release. Slowly tuck the toes and then glide back towards your down dog. When you arrive, come back into your breath. Nice slow breath in. Nice slow breath out. Move to the other side. Inhale, left leg reaches high. Rise high into the ball of the right foot. Draw your knee in towards your chest and then step your foot forward. Drop your back knee down and then inhale up towards your low lunge. Pull up through the crown of your head and extend energy out through your fingertips and then take a cycle of breath. Bring your right hand onto your left knee, so the knee at the front of the mat, and then begin to rotate your left arm towards the back of your mat. See if you can pull on the front knee to initiate the twist and then maybe take your eye gaze towards your left thumb. As you inhale, slowly come back through center. Arms come up. And as you exhale, bring your fingertips to frame your front foot, tuck your back toes and pick up your back knee. Take a cycle of breath here. Step your back foot forward. Come into a forward fold, drop the crown of your head. As you inhale, bring your hands onto your shins, lift the crown of your head up, draw your tailbone back, and then exhale, come back into your fold. Little micro bend of the knees, inhale to rise all the way to stand, take your arms up, take your eye gaze up, and as you exhale, bring your hands towards your heart. Take a slow breath in, and then a slow breath out. From here, inhale, sweep your arms up, take your eye gaze up, interlace your hands, pointer finger reaches up towards the roof, coming into your Kali Mudra. This time we'll lean to the left side first, feeling a little side stretch. Come through center, lean to the right, slowly come back through center, puff your heart up, take your eye gaze up, and then exhale, come into your fold, drop your fingertips down, drop the crown of your head down. Inhale, bring your hands onto your shins, reach the crown of your head forward, draw your tailbone back, and then exhale to fold. Plant your hands, once again step back towards your down dog. Take a big breath in, and then a slow breath out. Options here, once again, you can stay in your downward facing dog, drop down into a child's pose, or move through your flow. If you are moving through your flow, I'll just allow you to move at your own pace, coming into your breath, connecting to what feels right for your body. So wherever you are, whether you're in your child's pose or you've made your way back towards your down dog, just take time just to feel into the body once again. Just notice the energy that's moving through you, coming back into your breath. Taking a slow breath in, and then a slow breath out. And just noticing any areas of resistance or tension that might be rising up to the surface. And instead of seeing if you can change them or deny them, I want you to see if you can just lean into whatever it is that you notice just a little bit more with your awareness. And then when you're ready, we're going to begin to move through the sequence once again on each side, but we'll pick up the pace just a little bit. So as you inhale, float your right leg high. Come high onto the ball of the left foot, draw your knee towards your nose. Step your foot forward, drop your back knee down, inhale, low lunge. As you exhale, bring your left hand onto your front knee, rotate your right arm back, maybe take the eye gaze to follow. And then inhale back through center. Exhale, plant the fingers. Pick up the back knee and then step forward in towards your forward fold. Drop the crown of your head. Inhale up into your flat back. Reach the crown of your head forward, tailbone back. And then exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up to rise. Take your eye gaze up. And then as you exhale, bring your hands towards your heart. Steady breath in. Steady breath out. Take your next inhale, sweep your arms up. Find your Kali Mudra. Lean yourself over to the right. Come back through center. Lean yourself to the left. Come back through center. Puff your heart up and then come all the way back into your forward fold. Drop the crown of your head. Inhale, rise up into your flat back. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, step back towards your down dog. Take a breath in and then a breath out. Stay in your down dog, drop down towards your child's pose or move through your flow at your own pace. Find the option that best supports you and your body. Wherever you are in your child's pose or your down dog, just come back into your breath. And then if you're in your child's pose, just make your way back towards your downward facing dog and we'll prepare for our second side. Inhale, left leg reaches high. Come high onto the ball of the right foot. Draw your knee towards your nose. Step your foot forward and then drop your back knee. Inhale up towards your low lunge. Exhale, bring your right hand onto your left knee. Left arm reaches back. Come into your twist. Pull on the knee. Slowly sweep up through center. Exhale, release your fingertips, pick up your back knee and then step forward towards your forward fold, drop the crown of your head. Inhale up into your flat back, reach the crown of your head forward, tailbone back, and then exhale to fold. Inhale, slowly rise all the way to stand, sweep your arms up, take your eye gaze up, and then as you exhale, bring your hands towards your heart. Take a slow breath in, and then a slow breath out. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Find your Kali Mudra. Lean yourself to the left side. Slowly come back through center. Lean yourself to the right side. Slowly come back through center. Puff your heart up and then exhale to fold into your forward fold. Release your fingertips down. Inhale into your flat back. Reach the crown of your head forward, tailbone back. And then exhale to fold. Plant your hands and then step back towards your down dog. Take a cycle of breath in. And then a cycle of breath out. Stay in your down dog, drop down into your child's pose, or feel free to move through your flow once again. Take some time just to arrive, come back into the breath. Take a big breath in And then a big breath out. Now from here, just begin to take your eye gaze between your thumbs. We're going to come back towards our forward fold. So option is to walk or step or hop to arrive. You'll inhale up into your flat back and then exhale to fold. As you inhale, begin to rise, sweep your arms up, take your eye gaze up, and then as you exhale, bring your hands towards your heart. Once again, just take a steady breath to come back into center. Slow breath in, slow breath out. So from here, we're going to move through the next portion of our flow. So moving once again with a little bit more strength, finding some stretching through the outer side of the body. So when you're ready, we're going to arrive at the top of the mat, ground down through the soles of the feet, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Just keep your hands in front of your heart, and then slowly begin to draw your right knee in towards your chest. So stay here if this is good, challenging your balance, or see if you can bring your left hand onto the front knee and begin to rotate your right arm back. So option with the eye gaze is maybe to keep the eye gaze forward, or see if you can take your eye gaze towards your back thumb. Nice and slow, come back through center, keep your right knee lifted, take your arms up. Lengthen out in every direction. Stay here or begin to straighten your right leg. Point through the toes, squeeze the inner thighs, and then keep lifting up. Then from here, flex the right foot, bring your hands towards your heart. Begin to slowly kick your right foot towards the back of the mat. Make sure your pinky points down so your hips are square, bend into your front knee, and then slowly, slowly land the ball of the back foot. When you arrive, inhale up towards your crescent lunge. Take time just to come into the alignment. Feel your right hip pull forward, left hip pull back. Pulling up through the crown of your head, fingertips extend up. Then nice and slow, bring your hands down to frame your front foot. And then glide yourself back towards your down dog. Take a steady breath in. And then a steady breath out. Inhale, you're going to reach your right leg high up into the air. You'll come high into the ball of the left foot. Draw your right knee towards your right tricep. See if you can touch. And then glide yourself back towards a three-legged down dog. Come high onto the ball of the left foot. Draw your right knee towards your left tricep. See if you can touch. And then slowly glide back towards your three-legged dog. Now from here, you're going to draw your right knee towards your left tricep. And then you're going to straighten your right leg. You're going to bring the pinky edge of the foot down onto the mat. And then you're going to see if you can walk your feet as far away from one another as possible. Your hands are going to be underneath your shoulders. You're going to push against the earth and then rebound the back of your heart up. Draw energy back through your left heel. And make sure you root down through the pinky edge of the right foot. Come into your breath nice and steady. Then slowly drop your back heel so your foot becomes parallel to the short edge of your mat. Inhale, lift your left arm and then arc your heart up towards the ceiling as you come into your fallen triangle. Stay here, begin to reach your left arm towards the top of the mat. Keep lifting your left hip up. And then slowly bring your left hand back onto the mat under the shoulder. Pivot onto the ball of your back foot. Strong on the pinky edge of the right foot. Find your breath. Then slowly glide back towards your three-legged dog. Take a breath in, and then a breath out. Rise high into the ball of the left foot, draw the knee in towards your chest. Step your foot forward. Shorten your stance if you need to, little micro bend of the back knee. Inhale back up towards your crescent lunge. Steady, even breath. From here, bring your right arm under, left arm over. We're going to find our eagle arms. So bring the back of the hands to touch, or if it's available, cross at the wrist, or maybe grab onto your left thumb. From here, lean your weight forward, so much so you can float your left toes up into the air. Pull your arms forward, pull your left toes back, then slowly rise, draw your left knee in towards your chest. Stay here, or begin to cross your left leg onto your right. Stay or bend into the knees to sink the hips low.
You might need to bring your left toes down onto the mat as a kickstand, or if it's available, maybe hook your left foot behind your right calf. So coming into our full expression of our eagle pose, draw your elbows up, hands away from the face. Come into your breath nice and steady. Slowly release your arms, sweep them up, release your left leg, draw the knee towards the chest. Exhale, bring your left foot down, bring your hands towards your heart. Take a slow breath in, and then a slow breath out. Take some time just to feel, once again, the energy that's moving through your body. And can you accept, or at least acknowledge where you currently are, how you're currently feeling. Once again, take a slow breath in, and then a slow breath out. So when you're ready, we'll begin to move through our second side. So if you're not at the top of the mat, just arrive there. Hands remain in front of the heart, ground down through the feet. As you inhale, draw your left knee in towards your chest. Bring your right hand onto the front knee. Begin to rotate your left arm back. Pull on your knee to initiate your twist. Maybe take your eye gaze towards your back thumb, maybe not. Slowly align yourself back through center. Sweep your arms up. Keep your left knee lifted. Reach out in every direction. Stay or begin to straighten the left leg. Point the toes. Squeeze the inner thighs together. See if you can pull up just a little bit higher. Then flex the left foot. Bring your hands through towards your heart in a prayer position. Extend your left leg back. Make sure your pinky toe points down towards earth. Slowly bend into the front knee. And then land the ball of the back foot. Inhale up and towards your crescent lunge. Little micro bend of the back knee. Take time just to arrive and come into your alignment. Nice and slow, bring your hands to frame your front foot. And then step back towards your down dog. Take a slow breath in, and then a slow breath out. Then when you're ready, left leg floats high, come high into the ball of the right foot. Draw your left knee towards your left tricep. Slowly glide back towards your three-legged dog. Left knee towards right tricep. Slowly come back towards your three-legged dog. Draw your left knee back towards your right tricep. Straighten your leg and bring the knife edge of the foot down, so the pinky edge of the foot down. And then see if you can walk your feet as far apart from one another as possible. Reach your right heel back. Make sure you're engaged through the left foot. Hands are under the shoulders. Push against the earth to rebound the back of your heart up, and then come into your breath. Drop your back heel so your foot becomes parallel to the short edge of the mat. Lift your right arm up overhead. Lift the right hip up. Keep pushing down through both of your feet and your left hand. Begin to reach your right arm overhead. Lift the hips up a little higher. And then slowly bring your right hand back down onto the mat. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Nice and strong. Take a cycle of breath. And then slowly glide back towards your three-legged dog. Take a cycle of breath in. And then a cycle of breath out. Rise high into the ball of the right foot. Draw your knee towards your nose. Step your left foot forward. And then inhale up towards your crescent lunge. Take time to find your alignment. And then come back into your breath. Then bring your left arm under, right arm over. Cross your arms into your eagle arms. Begin to lean your weight forward. Push off the back toes. Right toes float high, reach your arms forward. Then slowly draw your right knee towards your chest. Stay or cross the right leg over the left. Stay or bend into the knees to sink the hips low. Bring your right toes onto the mat as a kickstand, or maybe hook your right foot behind your left calf. Elbows come up in line with the shoulders, hands away from the face. Keep your eye gaze focused, your breath nice and steady. Slowly release. Release your legs, take your arms up. Right foot comes down, hand towards the heart. Take a slow, steady breath in. And then a slow, steady breath out. Take some time just to feel, to integrate the movement. See if you can really start to slow your breath and your heart rate right down. Take a slow, deep breath in, and then a slow, deep breath out. From here, we're going to move through our sequence on each side once again, but we're going to add on a few additional poses. We're going to pick the pace up just a little bit faster, moving at more of a breath-to-breath rate. So when you're ready, just arrive at the top of the mat once again, hands in front of the heart. Inhale, right knee in towards the chest. Left hand onto the knee, rotate your right arm back, come into your twist. Inhale through center, sweep your arms up. Stay or straighten the right leg. Flex the right foot, bring your hands towards your heart. Slowly kick the leg back. Slow motion, align towards your crescent lunge. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down, shift back towards your down dog. Take a cycle of breath in, and then a cycle of breath out. Inhale, float your right leg high, come high into the ball of the left foot. Right knee to right tricep. Glide back towards your three-legged dog. Right knee towards your left tricep. Glide back towards your three-legged dog. Right knee towards the left tricep. Extend the leg straight, bring the knife edge of the foot down. Slowly open up towards your fallen triangle. Lift your hips up, lift your left arm overhead. Bring your left hand back down into the mat. Come back towards your three-legged dog. Come high into the ball of the left foot, step your foot forward, and then inhale up towards your crescent lunge. Right arm under, left arm over, find your eagle arms. Lean your weight forward, float your left toes high, reach out in all directions. Left knee slowly comes up towards the chest, cross your legs over, and find your variation of your eagle pose. Take a cycle of breath. Release your left knee, keep your arms, slowly step your left foot all the way towards the back of your mat. Come up towards your crescent lunge once again. Find that cycle of breath. Then drop your back heel and then open your arms wide, come into your warrior two. Eye gaze is over the middle finger. Then as you inhale, sweep your arms up, straighten your front leg, pivot your right foot so it becomes parallel to the short edge of your mat. Puff your heart up and then hinge at your hips, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Drop the crown of your head down. Bring a little micro bend to the knees. Let gravity take the weight of your head. Feel the length through the spine as you come back once again into your breath. As you take your next inhale, ground down through your fingertips, lift the crown of your head up, pivot your right toes back towards the top of the mat, and then walk your hands to frame that foot. Come onto the ball of the back foot, and then step your back foot in about half a foot to really shorten your stance. So now we're going to move through a bit of a tricky transition. I'm going to explain it as best I can. Walk both of your hands to the long side of your mat on the right side, so the opposite side. And as you do this, pivot both of your feet so you come onto the pinky edge of the foot and you're rooting down and your legs come into a cross position. Then nice and slow, you're going to bend your knees and you're going to slowly lower your sit bones down into the mat. And we're going to come into what is referred to as our shoestring or shoelace pose in yin. So if you find this variation is too much, you can come into your half option by straightening your left right knee over. Think about bringing the knees as close as you can. If you need an additional support, feel free to utilize a block or a pillow or something underneath your sit bones just to lift you up a little bit. From here, bring your fingertips to frame your leg. Take an inhale to lengthen up. Find space through your spine, and then as you exhale, just gently fold, drop the crown of your head down. Let yourself be super heavy. And then just come back once again into your breath. So just take some time just to notice if there's any sort of contraction occurring through your face or your jaw. See if you can let go of tension through the hands and the feet. And then just notice where you feel sensation the most. And then see if you can lean into that area of your body with your full awareness. Just visualize your breath just seeping into those areas of your body where you feel the most. Begin to take a slow breath in and then a slow breath out. Bring your fingertips back down into the mat. Support yourself as you lift your chest up. Bring your hands back towards the top of the mat. Push down into your feet to lift your hips up. And then however you want to arrive, just come back towards your downward facing dog. Take a nice steady breath in. And then a slow, steady breath out. Once again, your options are here. So you might like to stay in your down dog. You might want to drop down into your child's pose. Otherwise, I'll give you the option and the space to move through your Vinyasa flow if you choose. Once again, honor yourself, honor your practice. Tune into what your body actually needs. And then find whatever supports that the most. Once again, wherever you arrive, whether you're in your child's pose or your down dog, just come back into the breath. If you're in your child's pose, just make your way back to your down dog. From your downward facing dog, take your eye gaze between your thumbs, and you can step or hop or walk towards a forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Take your arms up, take your eye gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands towards your heart. Slow, steady breath in. Slow, steady breath out. Once again, just take time just to feel, just to notice where you're at. Just check in with yourself. Notice if there's any stories or narratives within the mind that are asking you to change how you are right now. Maybe you're thinking that you wish you were performing a little bit differently. Maybe even you're hoping for a little bit more. Maybe you're thinking about something completely different. Wherever you're at with your mind, see if you can just bring your awareness back into this moment. Soften through all of your body. Take a slow, deep breath in, and then a slow, deep breath out. Then when you're ready, we're going to begin to move through our second side. Ground down through the feet, hands remain in front of the heart. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. Bring your right hand onto the front knee. Rotate the left arm back, coming into your twist. Inhale, slowly come back through center. Keep your arms up, knee is in towards the chest, or begin to straighten the leg. Slowly bring your hands back towards your heart and then kick your left foot towards the back of the mat, bending into the front knee, slow motion, land the ball of the foot. Rise up towards your crescent lunge. Slowly plant the hands and then glide back towards your downward facing dog. Take a cycle of breath in, cycle of breath out. Inhale, left leg reaches high. Come high into the ball of the right foot to create space. Draw your left knee towards your left tricep. Glide back towards your three-legged dog. Left knee towards the right tricep. Glide back towards your three-legged dog. Left knee back towards the right tricep. Extend the left leg. Drop the back heel and then lift up towards your fallen triangle. Reach your arm overhead. Bring your right hand back down onto the mat and then glide yourself back towards your three-legged dog. Come high into the ball of the right foot, draw your knee towards your nose, step your foot forward, and then inhale, rise up towards your crescent lunge. Left arm under, right arm over, find your eagle arms. Lean your weight forward, float your right toes up, reach out in every direction. Right knee slowly draws towards the chest. Stay or find your variation of your eagle pose. Nice, steady, even breath. Draw your right knee up towards your chest. Hinge at your hips and slowly step your right foot towards the back of the mat. Release your arms back up towards your crescent lunge. Drop your back heel, open your arms wide, and then come into your warrior two. Eye gaze over the middle finger. Take a cycle of breath. Slowly straighten the front leg, sweep the arms up. Pivot your front toes, your left toes, so they're parallel to the short edge of the mat. Puff your heart up, hinge at your hips, little micro bend of the knees as you release down into your wide-legged forward fold. Take time once again just to come back into your breath. Take your next inhale, lengthen the crown of your head up. Walk your hands back towards the top of the mat. Pivot your left foot forward and come onto the ball of the back foot. Then step the back foot in half a foot to shorten your stance. Once again, we'll move through this little tricky transition to get us into our shoestring pose. You'll walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. And then as you do this, you'll pivot both of your feet so they become parallel to the short edge of your mat. And you'll root down through the pinky edge of the foot. So it's like you're creating a cross with your legs and you're pushing down so you're super strong. And then nice and slow, you'll bend your knees and you'll slowly lower your sit bones down onto the mat. I'm just gonna keep this shape, but I'm gonna shimmy so I'm facing forward so you guys can still see me. So right leg is under, left leg is on top. Once again, if you need to take your half variation, where you straighten the lower leg, the right leg, and just bend the left knee, then feel free to take that option. Also use your supports if you need to bring a block or a bolster or a pillow underneath your sit bones just to elevate yourself up a little bit. Fingertips are on the floor. Inhale to lengthen up through the crown of your head, and then exhale once again to fold. See if you can release any tension through the body. Noticing any areas of contraction or holding that you might be creating. And just come back to your intention, just to soften, to accept, and to surrender into this moment. When you're ready, nice and slow, just begin to lift yourself up. From here, we're just going to bring our fingertips behind us and we'll straighten the legs long. You're going to just turn yourself towards the top of the mat. From here, just make sure you're nice and high, bend your knees, bring the feet about hip distance, bring your hands onto your knees. As you inhale, you're going to pull on your knees and puff your heart up. You'll take your eye gaze all the way up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, you'll draw your chin towards your chest. Roll yourself all the way down onto your spine, taking some control as you arrive. As you come down onto your back, draw both of your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a really big squeeze. It might be nice to draw the forehead towards the knees if you'd like a little bit more of a stretch through the spine. Now from here, we're going to come into a twist.
just to continue to work that outer hip space. So I want you to cactus your arms, focus on anchoring down through both of the shoulders. Keep your knees bent and begin to take your right leg up and over the left. Think about bringing the knees close towards one another. Then from here, draw your knees in towards your chest and then allow both of your legs to fall over to the left side of your mat. Your feet will come down. You might choose to hook the right foot behind the left foot. So similar to when we're in our eagle pose, if that's a good variation for you, you might also want to bring your left hand onto your knees to encourage the deeper twist. And then from here, you'll take your eye gaze away from your knees if that feels okay and comfortable in your neck. So take time to come into your breath. As we begin to wind down, we slow down. See if you can just really soften, letting go of any unnecessary tension that might be still showing up in your body. And then when you're ready, slowly begin to bring yourself back through center. Draw both of your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze, maybe pulling the forehead towards the knees if that feels like a nice release. Then slowly bring the soles of the feet back down onto the mat. We move to the second side, so cactusing the arms, anchoring down through the shoulders. Left leg will come over, or opposite leg. Keep the knees close and then draw the knees up towards your chest. You might want to hook the left foot behind the right calf, maybe not. Just find the option that's available in your body. Bring the knees down towards the earth. Maybe bring your right hand onto the knee to initiate the twist. And once again, just take your eye gaze away from the knees if that feels comfortable and available through your neck. When you're ready, nice and slow, come back through center. Draw both of your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a really big squeeze. Maybe take the forehead up. From here, keep your hands on your knees. Begin to pull your knees wide and pull them down towards the mat, focusing on grounding down through the low back. Or if you would prefer, you can also come into your happy baby, grabbing onto the edges of your feet, taking the soles of your feet up towards the ceiling. Whatever option that you choose, I want you to focus on pushing down through the low back, the back of the heart and the back of the head, creating length through the spine. Then when you're ready, nice and slow, begin to release. Take your legs up towards the ceiling. Take your arms up towards the ceiling. Keep all of your limbs soft, so no need to really engage through anything, just lifting them up. Just our little gentle inversion, our dead bug pose, which can be quite nice, just to encourage the blood to drain back from the toes and the fingers, all the way down towards the heart. If you notice yourself start to shake or to really tingle, just see if you can lean into that just a little bit with your breath. nice and slow, just bring your arms down by your side. Keep your legs lifted, but squeeze the legs together, point through the toes. Begin to lower your legs down onto the mat. Think less about core and just more about length. So reaching your toes as far away from the crown of your head as possible, moving as fast or as slow as you'd like. When your feet arrive down onto the mat, take your feet out wide. Just windshield wiper your feet from side to side just to release through your low back. Make sure your arms are by your side. Begin to push down through your elbows and the back of your head to lift up the back of your heart. And then see if you can broaden your shoulders and then lower your back, the back of your heart back down onto the mat. So imagine that you're just taking up much more space. And then when you're ready, we're going to move into our final pose, our shavasana. So if you feel comfortable and safe to do so, just begin to close your eyes down. Just begin to draw in a slow, deep breath in through the nose. And then a gentle breath out through the mouth. Just begin to scan from the tips of your toes, moving up through your legs, up through the chest, the arms, all the way towards the crown of your head, and just notice if there's any areas of tension that you're holding on to. See if you can encourage every cycle of breath to allow you to be heavier and heavier and heavier. And then just gently bring your awareness back to the natural rhythm of your breath. See if you can really drop into the sensations of the breath as it pulls in through your nose, moves down through your chest, and expands the lowest part of your belly. And see if you can feel the breath as it rises from the belly, draws back up through the chest, and then gently releases out through your nose. And now with that same level of awareness, just bring your attention to your heart space. See if you can just notice the energy of your heart at the front of your body. And notice the energy of your heart at the back of your body. And once again, just really tune in and listen to any sensations that this space might be offering you. Now, with your awareness on your heart space, I'd like to offer you a little affirmation that's going to bring us back to our theme of surrender. So I like using affirmations because not only do they help us cultivate the intention of the affirmation, but we can use them to keep our mind centered and focused as we move through our stillness practice. So it's a very simple affirmation, and it is the words, let go, let go, let go. Every time you take an inhale, I want you to focus on the word let. And every time that you take an exhale, I want you to focus on the word go. Just allow yourself to repeat the affirmation over and over. And if at any point in time you notice that your mind begins to wander away from the words, just gently bring your attention back. We're going to settle here for a few more rounds of breath. But when the time is ready, I will call you back. let go. Just begin to take a slow, deep breath in. And then a slow, deep breath out. Just bring some gentle movements back into your body. As you take your next inhale, slowly reach your arms over your head. Stretch your hands away from your feet. And as you exhale, just drop all of your weight. Gently draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a bit of a squeeze. And then just roll yourself onto your side. As you come here, just take a few rounds of deep grounding breath just to bring you back into your body. And then nice and slow, just begin to arrive up into a nice comfortable seat. So as you come into your seat, if you feel comfortable to do so, I just encourage you just to close your eyes down just for a few more moments. Just gently guide one hand onto your belly and then one hand onto your heart. As you arrive here, just feel into your own gentle touch. See if you can just notice your energy after your practice today. Feeling the rise and fall of your belly as you breathe. And just the gentle beating of your heart. And as always, we will close this class off with one last breath cycle. So just begin to pull in slowly and deeply through your nose. And then just let that go through the mouth. Thank you so much for being here with me, for practicing, for showing up for yourself. I really hope that you enjoyed this class. If you do, feel free to leave me a comment and let me know. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel because it's a super simple and free way that you can support me in making these videos for you. I'd love to know how you went with the concept of surrender and if you felt that this was something that was helpful or impactful for you. With that said, have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I hope to see you in the next video.